For over 60 years, the words Grand Slam have marked the literal peak of North America big game hunting, in price as well as prestige. But there's a fifth sheep that can thrill any true hunter and not break the bank in the process.
First time I came down here and hunted these, I underestimated them. I figured, yeah, just a sheep in Texas, but trust me, you want to treat them just like any other sheep. Doll sheep, stone sheep, bighorn, desert sheep. It's a real hunt down here. You got some muscles in them chests, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Native to North Africa, the Barbary sheep, or Aoudad, was introduced first into New Mexico in the early 1950s, and some 5 years later into Texas.
These sheep are quite crafty, smart critters. They've got a lot of country to hide out in.
There may be no more agile, sure-footed big game animal than the Aoudad. Combine that with a tan coat that matches the surroundings perfectly, and you have as tough a sheep to hunt as there is.
Oh, there he goes. Look at that. Look at that. He's trying. Oh my goodness. That's good stuff, man.
There he is. He's almost to her.
Yeah, look at that. Come on, you can do it. You go, how do they stay on top of that rock?
He figured it out, and now he's going to try it. He's going to make it. I knew it.
Look at that. That is absolutely awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it'll be amazing if it gets from there up.
She's saying, where in the world are you? Come over here.
She's talking to him. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That little rascal's got wings.
And I would have lost money on it, you know. It tried 2 or 3 times, it'd come back down. And that just shows you how agile they are and how they can go in places that a man can't walk.
We find those rams, we'll find them bunched up just like that. 10, 15 rams in one bunch. Measure them against all the rest of them. The biggest challenge for Bob and I is going to be finding a sheep that is 30 plus inches. Now there's three young rams standing right there together. The best one's standing still on that dirt spot. I'm going to call him 28, 29. Nice sheep, he just needs another year or 2. He's just a good son of a gun right now, but he's just not what we're looking for. His daddy is here somewhere, and his daddy's daddy is here somewhere.
I think we can do a little better, so we keep looking. Pretty exciting though.
Here on the left-hand side, that draw up there is about 50 head. With that many sheep, there's bound to be a hell of a ram in that bunch.
We don't know what they are for sure, but they're just over that hill, so we're gonna go in there and take a look at them. We looked up in there, I mean, sheep were everywhere that you looked. Seen anything?
There's a few sheep out there, Bob. Just a few. 118 head, I count. 37 rams.
They're coming right at us now. They're 96 yards. And they kept getting closer and closer. And pretty soon we're just like, we're trying to get in, blend into the shade, but there was so much wind blowing that they didn't spot us. I got these right here at 20 yards.
20 yards. Wow. The best sheep I see is all the way to the left. And he's not a shooter. That's the best ram of the whole bunch. And I'm going to tell you, he is barely 29. I don't see another ram as good.
And the whole bunch of them just kind of fed out. I mean, that was absolutely a high point right there.
We'd have never got away with this and pulled it off if it hadn't been for this high wind. Number one, blowing a scent right over our left shoulder and all the movement of the grass.
Yeah, they were right there at 20 yards.
Right here at 20 yards, but just a great stock. Beautiful afternoon, sun going down in the west. I wouldn't want to be anyplace else.
We've had some good luck looking and finding some ewes and lambs and small rams, but like any time, we're looking for those big rams, and they've been tough. We was looking at this great big bowl canyon, and there was cliffs straight up and straight down. Ed wasn't there 10 minutes. I hear him whistling, and he comes over and he says, I got sheep He said, I think it's a pretty good sheep.
He's turning now, he's going off the rock. He's a shooter. He's 33 inches all day long, 34 maybe. Just walked into the white brush there.
I only seen the 3, but Ed was pretty sure he seen the 4th one, and you could tell just by looking at him, he was smiling, and he was like, that's the one we're looking for.
That is a pile of rams. Now this is the kind of stuff dreams are made of, right here. For sure there's 3 rams there, it might be 4. But I know for sure there's 2 shooters there. The one I measured, I think will go 34, and the other one looked bigger than him.
And they couldn't have been in a worse spot. I mean, you look down on this, we're trying to make strategy, how we're going to get down in there, and we're looking at the wind, we're looking at the sunlight, we're fighting toward evening. And
We take our time and went nice and slow, didn't make a lot of noise. We could get right in there and surprise them.
we decided we was going to come in from the top side of them, come all the way down toward the bottom where we could look back up in that canyon and then make our stalking so we didn't bump anything out of there.
Well, let's go do it.
There's some real good sheep in there. 33 on uprange. Some excellent sheep. We got the wind right in our face. The sun is off to my right hand shoulder. The sheep are off on my left. It was about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. We finally got down in there where we thought we could look up in there, and I mean, boom, and right there they was.
Let's see what we got here. I knew a while ago for sure we had 3 sheep and maybe 4. I'm almost positive I saw 4 rams from the other side of the canyon over there, but can't find the 4th one. No, that's not him. He was right there.
And we're starting to glass, and Ed says, that's a pretty good sheep, but that's not the big one I seen, you know. And I'm going, hey, I'm from Pennsylvania. I said, that looks pretty good to me, you know.
I think he's pushing 33. He's facing up the hill. They're all facing the same direction. 195 yards. You can shoot that one, Bob. You get ready there.
He's just going inside into that bush right there.
Oh, that dirty dog. He's covered up by the brush now.
He's coming out, Ed. I got him. He's coming out. He's got his butt to us right now.
Yeah, that's the one. When he turns broadside, lock in on him and let him turn broadside.
What you got for 194?
Yeah, 194.
I'm gonna shoot him for 150. I'm shooting a pretty good clip downhill and going back to my training camp in Pennsylvania where we're shooting uphill and downhill. You know, I just dialed it to 150 yards and I figured that's gonna be it. Ed says put it right on that shoulder and break him down.
Whenever he stands broadside there and gets down on both front feet, let him have it in his shoulder when you get ready.
Okay, you guys ready?
We're ready.
There we go. Down he is. That's a good sheep we got right there. And he went down. That whacked him, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
And just about that time, Ed goes, oh no. And I thought, geez, he got back up again, you know.
Holy smokes, look at this guy coming up right here. Good grief. 34 inches all day long, maybe 35. Look at that sheep. My God, and we couldn't find him.
And I look around and he goes, that's the one. That's the big one right there. That's the one we're looking for.
Holy mother of God, look at that sheep. God dang. That's one we ought to shot.
And of course, I'm all happy because I've got a dead sheep down there. You know the difference between a 33 and a 34? Ooh and ah.
Good shooting. Good shooting, Bob.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
For you guys that want to come down here and hunt these all-dad sheep and you think this is a cakewalk, well, I invite you down. I invite you down for 2 things. To hunt with Ed, see the scenery, and guess what? The big one did get away. He's still passing his genes there, so you got a chance to come back down here and see if you can find that big sheep. This one here we got, that's a 33, and he's a dead sheep, and he's mine. All we got to do is figure out how to get to him. It's
that now the work begins, but
5:15, and it's I'd say we're going to be late for supper.
we're going to be late for supper today,
Yeah,
Bob.
we're going to be late for supper. There he is, right here. That's a Pretty darn nice sheep right there. That's bigger than any Aoudad I've killed. That's a beautiful sheep, and anybody don't think this is not sheep country, I invite you to come down and go hunting right here, man. Have a good pair of worn in boots. Do some practicing on the range, not just on the bench, but get off the bench, shoot off some sticks off your pack and stuff, because when you get down here, my friends, this is the real deal. This is a sheep hunt. It challenges everything in your ability, and it puts you in some of the most spectacular places in the world, and this is one of them. This has got its own beauty and its own beautiful sheep right there. All Dad hunting in Texas with Ed Tiblis, and this is a Winchester moment right here.